Hey, it's Josh from Skype English Class Now, and today's lesson is 10 grammatical mistakes you probably make. Alright, so recently I posted this article on my website. Some people have asked me to make a video about it to help explain what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is a quick video here. Alright, so the first one I talked about was fewer and less. Okay, fewer and less. Okay, fewer and less. And basically, fewer is more for a specific number. I have 2 fewer oranges than Steve. I have 8 fewer. I got 8 fewer points on the test than Monica. Okay, so fewer is with more specific numbers that you can quantify. Less is for more hypothetical numbers. Okay, numbers that you can't specify as well. So I had less studying to do yesterday than I do today. It's not a specific amount, right? Or I had less of the food than she did. I don't know, is that 100 grams less, or what the actual figure is, but I know it was less. Okay, so that's fewer and less. Alright, the next grammatical mistake people make is with bring and take. And for some of you, you watch the videos, you know that I write with my left hand. I don't write with my right hand, I write with my left hand, and my handwriting doesn't look great. Okay, bring and take. So for bring, you are bringing something toward the subject, and take is going away from the subject. So, you might say, oh, bring me that paper, please. Bring me that paper, please. Or, you can take my phone with you, so if you get lost, you can call me. Okay? Or you can bring a friend to the party. You can bring them to the party. Alright? When you're leaving the party, maybe you can take this leftover pizza with you. Take it with you and you can go. Alright? So bring toward the subject, take away from the subject. Alright, number 3, who and whom. Who and whom. Okay, who and whom. These are pronouns, right? Pronouns. Pronouns can replace the subject. Okay? So, just like he, she, it, they, them, we, us, okay, like that. Who and whom. Who is the subject pronoun. It does the action, or it is the subject. And whom receives the action. It's the object of the action, or the action is done to it. You'll see whom lots of times after a preposition, like to, of, from, like that. Okay, so who is your favorite person? Okay, who is your favorite teacher? Hint, hint, hint. Who is your favorite teacher? Whom, okay, so he asked from whom you received your present. From whom. Okay. Next, we'll go with it's and its. Okay? It's and its. It's. Okay, so we're with it's and its. The apostrophe goes between the T and the S. Alright? So its is a possessive pronoun. It shows ownership. Okay, so if we're talking about the tree, its leaves changed color. Its leaves. But its, with the apostrophe, is a contraction. A contraction is bringing 2 words together to make one word. Like cannot becomes can't, or I am becomes I'm. It is becomes it's. So it's raining today. It is raining today. Alright? Okay, we'll go to the next one. Missing or incorrect article. Articles, that's a and the. Okay, articles. A, that's a backwards 2 maybe? I don't know. A and the. Okay, these are articles. But people use the wrong articles. We actually already have a video about a and the, so you can watch that one. Okay? But basically, the is for specific things, a and an are for non-specific things. Okay? So we'll move on. Next we have missing commas. Missing commas can really change the meaning of your sentence. On the website I wrote a funny sentence, and you can look at it here. I'll just go ahead and write it on the board. I love cooking. Okay, comma, my cats, comma, and my wife. Okay, so right now it is it's kind of like, what things do you like, or what is a hobby of yours? What do you enjoy? Oh, well, I love cooking. I love my cats. I love my wife. Right? That's what this sentence means. But if we get rid of the comma after cooking and after cats, it makes it seem like I love cooking my cats and my wife means I love cooking my cats in a pot and my wife in a pot, and I want to eat them. Okay? So commas are very important so that you don't make mistakes. So make sure you use them, in this case, with a list. And to also separate two separate ideas that you've joined together with and or but. Like, I was running earlier, comma, and then I saw my friend. Okay? Or he was reading the newspaper, comma, but then he got off of the bus. Okay, so you need to use a comma with conjunctions, right, if they're two separate ideas. Okay, the next one, lay and lie. This isn't lie like the opposite of truth. This is lie like lie down. Okay? So lay needs a subject and object. And its past tense is laid. Okay? Now the tricky thing is that most people, even American people or British people, they think that these have the same meaning, but they do not. Lay needs a subject and an object. So, I lay the paper down on the table. So paper and table, we have a subject and object. But with lie, okay, you don't need a subject and object every time. You'll probably, obviously you'll have to have a subject, but you won't need the object. So when you go to your bed, you say, I'm going to lie down. I'm going to lie down. Okay? The tricky part here, past tense, lay. So don't get confused. It is pretty confusing, but you can practice, and this is for with a subject and object. This one you don't have to have an object. So that's one way to learn the difference. Next is run on sentences. Okay, run on sentences. Sentences that just go on and on forever, and there's never a period, and it never seems to stop, and it just keeps going, and then the subjects are changing, the verbs are changing, you don't know what's happening in the sentence anymore because you're getting so confused because the person won't stop. Okay, like that. That is a run-on sentence. Alright? He went to the store and he bought some eggs, and then he came home, and then he put the eggs in the refrigerator. Okay, that's way too long. That could be, that could be like 4 sentences, or you could do 2 or 3 sentences. So make sure that you split up your thought into complete sentences, where there's a subject and a verb, and you're making one thought per sentence with one action. If you want to combine actions, you can use conjunctions: and, but, or. He went to the store and bought eggs. Then, when he came home, he put the eggs in the refrigerator. Okay? So it doesn't sound so crazy, and it's easier to read. Okay, next we have farther and further. Farther and further. Farther. Further. Okay? Now, this is like what we talked about with fewer and less. Farther is a distance you can measure. Okay? I threw the frisbee 10 yards farther than Jim. Okay? I threw the frisbee 10 yards farther than Jim. Or, if we're going to use further, it's not so specific. So we can say, he hit the golf ball a lot further than me. A lot further. We don't know what the distance is, but we know that it was more. Okay? So further, we don't know the specific amount. Okay? But farther, we do. Maybe 1 mile farther, or 100 miles farther, or 3 feet farther. Okay? We know a specific amount. Alright, and to wrap it up today, to close it out, we have since and because. Okay, since and because. Now, since has to do with time, but because, yikes, time, but because has to do with cause and effect. Okay, it even has cause in there for you. Okay, so since yesterday, my head has been giving me some problems. I have a severe headache. Really hurts. Okay? Or, we've been married since 2011. Okay? Since has to do with time. But because doesn't have to do with time. Alright? I went to the store because we needed groceries. Okay? Or my brother gave me $3,000. My brother gave me $3,000 because I needed a lot of help. Okay? So, cause, because, cause and effect. Since has to do with time. Now, you have learned 10 grammatical mistakes you probably make. Check the website. We have a whole slang dictionary posted now. We have an idioms dictionary. We have lots of articles for grammar. We have lots of articles for pronunciation. And watch all of our videos and subscribe, okay? Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.